Biden Center.
I don't have access to classified information anymore. I don't get briefed every morning by the agency. Years, but I never.
The View host accidentally admit this on air after Joe found stealing classified document. You saw at the beginning of the clip a question surfaced to him about this. He could not respond. Yesterday, I saw how liberals came out, even CNN, to defend this. Now I understand that the classified document favors a particular group of people. So on this clip, we are going to take an exclusive look into what is going on exactly.
Really, I think that what you just said is right, that there are differences in what happened.
Yes, but the optics are not good.
Well, we all know that Trump is a liar and a thief. We know that. So it's not that big a jump to say that he obstructed and he lied. We don't think that Biden is a liar and a thief, so we give him the benefit of the doubt. That's partly what's going on. But what I think also is going on, no matter what the truth of it is, Whoopi, they will spin it. Bubblehead and Marjorie Taylor and that crowd, Matt Gaetz, you think they're not going to spin this, that it's just as bad as Trump? And so the lie gets out there, people believe it, just like that Donaldson person, whatever his name is.
Byron.
What's his name? Byron Donalds. I saw him also. He was at the fight on the floor, too, wasn't he?
He was nominated for Speaker a number of times.
By two people.
He's the new darling.
One of the 15 rounds.
But I mean, what I'm just saying is that the lying has been so invasive, so ubiquitous, that no one will believe the truth anymore. And that you can put that at the feet of Donald Trump, who started the lying.
So
Joy Behar just admitted this live on air. Though struggling to still justify this, he stole classified document. That is how they termed it.
In 2018, Joe Biden addressed his access to classified information in an interview with me. This was in the context of when it was in that office, the Penn Biden Center.
I don't have access to classified information anymore. I don't get briefed every morning by the agency, as I did for 8 years.
When something like this is happening, whether you are a Republican or a Democrat, I want us to face the truth. This is a similar situation that happened or is happening to the former president. Now, it was discovered that this man kept classified document. Just the word classified document is the same situations. I don't know why these justifications are still surfacing on social media.
There was a brief flurry of excitement on the right this afternoon when CBS News was first to report that the U.S. Justice Department had started investigating the discovery of classified documents found at a think tank called the Penn Biden Center. This is effectively where President Biden had his office in Washington after serving as vice president in the Obama administration. He vacated offices there effectively when he declared his run for president in 2020. But the Penn Biden Center is sort of the Biden home in D.C. in terms of his work life out of office. Well, on November 2nd, lawyers for President Biden, lawyers who work for him in his personal capacity, were reportedly packing up some of the office space that the vice president used at the Penn Biden Center. In so doing, they found classified documents there, classified documents that they say were in a locked closet inside those offices, mixed in with some non-classified documents. This is, of course, a weird set of circumstances, but that's what they say happened. The White House has since confirmed the basics of this account, as have other news organizations after CBS News was first to break the story. The reason this created a lot of excitement on the right, briefly tonight, is that it immediately created a perceived whataboutism.
Why can't the mainstream media stand up one time to face reality, face the truth, than all this? It's not everything we have to justify. There's some certain situation we see, face it the way it is, call it A. This is just noise we are making. Nothing will be done. Yesterday, the former president tweeted this, that now they will not raid his home. comparing to what happened where FBI raided his home, but nobody can do this to him. So you will see the situation sometimes is very complicated. Reasons I don't always like to make political statements. I want us to be realistic. We should see things both ways.
Clear documents and stuff, but look, Joe Biden's just as bad. Why aren't they serving search warrants on President Biden the way they did on former President Trump? As I said tonight, a brief flurry of excitement on the right about this prospect when this news broke about the Penn Biden Center. The reason it was only a brief flurry of excitement is because in President Biden's case, he and his lawyers appear to have actually done the right thing when it comes to these classified documents. Biden's lawyers say they discovered these documents among his vice presidential papers at his office at the Penn Biden Center on November 2nd. The White House counsel's office then notified the National Archives that same day about what had been found. The National Archives apparently did not even know these documents were missing and had not been seeking their return. The archives took custody of that material the following morning, and that appears to be it. Attorney General Merrick Garland has asked one of the last remaining Trump-appointed U.S. attorneys to review the discovery of these documents at the Penn Biden Center. But it does not sound like it's an adversarial process at all. The White House says it is cooperating fully with the National Archives and with the Department of Justice on the review.
Yes, you have seen the argument, pertaining to what is going on. They now say when they discovered this document, they had to return it immediately. They didn't even know that this was happening, that they did the right thing. To me, when you have done a bad thing the way they sound, it should be considered a bad thing. There should not be exceptions like, you saw it, you return it. For how many years? How many years he had the document? That is a question you need to ask yourself. The documents has been there. Okay, how many people saw the document? It's the same kind of argument that they brought up that he must have sold the document. A lot of people have seen the document. How many people enter his house? It's the same situation. He broke the law. We should face the situation the way it is. Don't tell me, you see the document, taking it to the National Archives. That is not the solution to what is going on. So the argument I saw on Twitter where a lot of people were actually melting down that the same kind of treatment should be applied to him. But nothing will be done, like I said. They are looking for a way to balance it, to cover our eyes, to think that they are working. So if they charge the former president, we should consider that, that is how the Justice Department is working. This is a clear fact.